Coverage you can count on continues with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Everett Lau.
Well, for some of you may have spent the day cleaning up after yesterday's wind we had all across the Wabash Valley, several downed limbs and trees. News 10 photojournalist Dorothy Goforth shot this video for us around Vigo County earlier today. You can see some of the tree limbs that were snapped. And then News 10 photojournalist Megan Schrader, she was out at Fairbanks Park earlier this afternoon. You're looking at the Wabash River, which is in minor flood stage. You can see a few ducks still swimming around there. And look at all the debris that's just being carried down the river, probably since the river hasn't been flooding in the last few months because we had such a dry, there's the top of the dock there actually. And as we look at the Wabash River and what we're expecting to go through the next few weeks, it's going to be in flood stage through the early week. Now take a look at your cities here. I know there's a lot of numbers. The first one is going to be the flood stage. The second one's where the current stage currently is. And then in the black is going to be the crest. So here in Terre Haute, the river is currently at 21.2 feet. It's expected to crest at 23 feet by Monday. And it's going to be later in the week by the time it makes it all the way down to Vincennes. The river just made it above flood stage down there in Knox County. It's expected to crest on Friday. The White River is also in minor flood stage. You have Spencer, Newberry, Edwardsport, and Petersburg. Spencer is supposed to crest tomorrow, and then by the time we get to Friday down in Petersburg, it's also expected to stay in minor flood stage. So it's not going to be the worst flood we've ever seen, but it's just been a while since we've seen these rivers out of their banks since we had such a dry fall and winter. Now we're starting to make up for that. Also, the Imbrar River is out of its banks down in Lawrence County. It's currently at 31.6 feet. It's expected to crest on Monday at 33 feet. So river flooding is going to continue, but the good news is we're not going to be adding any more rain to these rivers out there across the Wabash Valley. A look at the Storm Team 10 storm tracker shows a few light showers trying to show up in northern Indiana. Those are falling apart, and some of that precipitation probably not even making it down to the surface. Other than that, we just have a few passing clouds out there tonight. We're going to remain mostly clear, it looks like, through the overnight hours, and as a result, temperatures are going to be dropping back down into the middle 30s. Right now, many of us still holding on to the 40s, a few 30s starting to show up. It's 39 here in Terre Haute, 38 for Linton, 44 down in Vincennes, it's 40 in Paris, Robinson, and in Rockville, also 40 in Brazil, and Lagodi is currently checking in at 41 degrees. So looking at the temperature trend over the next 5 days, today we made it up to 54 here in Terre Haute. Tomorrow we're looking at a high of 59. If we squeeze out some more sunshine, wouldn't be surprised if we make it to around 60. Then on Monday, it's looking like a pretty nice day. We'll see temperatures climbing into the upper 60s. Some areas, especially farther to the south, probably going to make it to the 70-degree mark. But take advantage of the warmer weather if you're enjoying it, because by the time we get towards the middle part of the week, we're going to see some cooler, more seasonable air filter back in. So we're only expecting highs to be in the upper 40s by the time we get to Wednesday and even going into the next weekend. So looking at Futurecast through the overnight hours, you can see those passing clouds that are out there now. Other than that, not expecting too many issues through the overnight hours. We may see some areas of patchy fog develop tomorrow morning, so be alert with that if you're going to be getting an early start to your Sunday. Other than that, a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We'll see the wind shift and come back out of the south. That's going to allow those temperatures to climb into the upper 50s. We advance this through. This is going to take us into Monday. Again, just some clouds passing through. Other than that, forecast is going to remain a little more on the quiet side. Monday will be a bit of a breezier day with those temperatures climbing to near 70. But other than that, we're going to be staying dry, at least for the first part of the work week. So for tonight, dropping down to 34 under a mostly clear sky. Again, some areas of patchy fog will be possible as the wind eventually becomes calm. It'll pick up a little bit tomorrow, so a little bit of a warmer day as a result, up to 59 for the high under a partly cloudy sky. And then for tomorrow night, dropping down to 45. So it won't be as cold thanks to this wind. It's going to be kicking up, gusting at times to 20 miles per hour. And again, Monday's a bit of a breezier day. Then we start to cool down as we get into next week, and you can see the chance for rain will return by the time we get to the end of the week. Thursday night, especially into the day on Friday. And as those temperatures drop closer to the freezing mark overnight, we can't rule out a few of those raindrops mixing in with some snow.